Broker and owner of REMAX, Philip Skuman, is joining us. We're discussing all things property. A friend once told me that there's never a perfect time to invest in property, but there's always these little things, the little voices that may just discourage you. You're listening to the radio, you're hearing an announcement about tariff hikes, and you're thinking, snap, do I really go into this thing? Because even if I qualify for this, will I be able to cope with the other? And Philip is here, so we might as well take advantage of finding out exactly what this means for the people of Polokwane.
Okay.
Yeah. Philip, morning. Good
morning, guys.
Welcome. Yeah, you good?
Thanks always for having me here.
Sure.
So you're asking about the rate increases. Well, I think it's become increasingly difficult for municipality to deliver the level of service that they want to. I think a lot of rate payers are not paying their rates, and it's bound to happen with an inflationary economic cycle that everything is inflating, even the rates and taxes. Although I do think that there's a lot of money misallocated, and that is, with the new political environment, I think going to change. So I think overall it's going to lift the entry to market, and it's going to make it more difficult for people to own property because it's just more expensive to now pay your rates, and the rental market has not necessarily caught up with the rates increase. This will happen over the next 6 months or 8 months.
So if I've missed the opportunity of investing in property in my 20s and now I'm in my 30s and I'm making a little extra buck, is it too late?
I don't think you should ever be using the expenses on a property to make your decisions.
Okay.
You should be using its income capability, and that should be the focus point. So we're talking about when is the best time to invest, and the answer is, like always, yesterday.
Sure.
You should have always bought property yesterday. Let me use an example to create some perspective. When I was 27 years old, I bought a property, my first property, and it was going for 740 grand. That very same property today is going for about 1.1, 1.150. Okay. I'm talking average. So currently I need about 33 grand to qualify for that property. When I bought it at 27, I needed 21 grand as a salary. Okay?
Yeah.
And when I was 22 years old, I was still waiting tables, and I could have bought that unit for 340 grand, meaning I needed a salary of 9.
Sure.
I was making 8 waiting tables. I never invested in property.
Oh, wow.
I was that close. I was this close. It's always, and I should have basically taken a second job, waited tables,
for that extra 1,000 rand,
bought the property and hung on. It's always buy property and wait. It's never wait for the right time to buy property.
Sure.
So,
and you could have paid it off by now.
100%. So this is what I want to talk about in our investment strategy as well. Is when we have kids, we should be buying for every child, and this is what me and my wife do. Every child we buy, we have. We don't have money, but we take out the loan on the property, and then we pay it off. So by the time my child's 18, this property is very close to being paid off. This for me is varsity fees. The rental income on this is going to cover my child's varsity. So you should be looking at accumulating future rental income. So we can go up to our 60s now in terms of getting a loan. One of the banks have become very aggressive with that. They'll give you a loan up until, I don't even think you're going to probably live back that long. But the banks are aggressive in that. They want to increase the market that can buy property. So for the vast majority of us, it falls within the, call it 30 to 40s. This is where we might have some expendable income, and then we just still decide whether we should buy property or not. For this reason, a lot of people never enter the property market. And if you just look at properties, always grown above inflation. So you might not feel it now, but it will over time. You will feel that you are actually gaining wealth and value. So it's always the earliest time to buy, but I would never say that it's too late. Even if your children are big now, you want to leave them something. What else do you work for? Let me put it that way. You want another Merc, you want to impress people, or you want to leave your kids something. This is why I would always say invest in property, even if you have children already and your children are out of school already and they're working, still invest in property because it's the long-term ownership of that creates wealth. How do you leave your kids $1 million? And yes, if you take out insurances on this, and then they can have that insurance paid out to them upon your death. But again, money that comes in quickly is fleeting.
Sure.
I would rather leave my kids in investment because there's no guarantee that they'll be as good as investing as I am. So I want to rather sort of set them up so with a fail-safe, if you're with me. There's always a property that they can go to. There's always a roof over their head that's paid off. If they don't want to rent it out and generate an income, they can go and live there at least. Yes, even if they don't earn an income, they can still live there. But the property rates and taxes, which you spoke about, still need to be covered. The levies, that needs to be covered. So you still need to generate some income, and a property will always chow at the end, but it will always generate income and grow faster than, than inflation. So, I would always say as soon as possible, get into the property and hang on. Like I said earlier as well in the previous sessions, don't sell your property. Eat less.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Philip, thank you so much. As always, giving us great insights. Philip Schoeman, broker and owner of REMAX.
Thanks, brother.